about that. And this is a classic journey of founders' pain and founders' personal problems and founders' very first principle thinking leading to a business idea and very strong conviction around basically growing that idea is what OYO Rooms is all about. So first let me give a very brief intro about OYO Rooms to you. So OYO Rooms is a managed marketplace of budget hotels. So it's sort of, you can say that an Uber of budget hotels, but manages end-to-end experience and controls much larger elements of the environment as we control the marketplace. Ritesh's journey, basically, Yatin started to touch upon it. Ritesh started off with a concept which was more or less like an Airbnb of India. It was called Agarwal. Very soon, Ritesh realized that it is not the problem of discovery that plagues the Indian budget hotel ecosystem. It is actually a problem of predictable experience, which basically is needed to be solved and which basically was the crux of the problem that the consumer was facing. So this actually stemmed from a very personal experience of Ritesh. Fortunately for him, what happened was he got a 3-month break. As a 17-year-old, he had run a couple of businesses. He had some money in his pocket, so he traveled across India and stayed in a new bread and breakfast every day. What that did was that basically exposed him to real problems which were there with the budget industry in India. And those problems started with, you would basically still find it difficult to get a hotel right next to you. You would still find it difficult to go into a bed and breakfast and basically get a room that was a true depiction of the picture that you saw on the website. You would still find a problem in communicating with the person on the other side of the reception desk. And basically, if this person did not like you, the story ended there. You did not have anyone else to go to, call, app, any other support mechanism all through. So the entire concept of Agarwal was basically transposed and OYO Rooms was born. And OYO Rooms basically is a managed marketplace, as I said. It is about hotel owners realizing there is so much value that can be had by being part of a marketplace and by being part of a system where you have a much larger demand available to you. It is about consumers understanding that the value proposition is all around having availability wherever you are, having standardization of experience, you know what you're going to get. It's about the basics, but it is about doing them right every time. And finally, it is about ease of use. It is about basically technology aiding not only the consumer end of the process, but actually driving efficiency in the entire operations to basically render efficiency in the entire ecosystem. So that is the journey that Ritesh took, and that is where we are. Let me just stop and share a little bit about my background. I've been with Ritesh for about 12 months. Ritesh and I bring very complementary skills to the table. That is what at least we believe. I have a very traditional background. So while Ritesh, has been an entrepreneur from, what he says is a very long time ago. So it actually means it. He's 21 and he has been an entrepreneur from 13 or 14. He does not remember that. I have a very traditional background, an engineer by training. I worked at ITC Limited for 4 years and basically was in the production function, so all the good things about supply chain efficiency, managing the shop floor, people leadership, etc. Then went to Harvard Business School for my MBA. Graduated, came back to India, was very interested in politics, so did a couple of things, 2009 elections, worked with BJP. Things did not fly for them, neither for me, so I went back to the US and started off with BCG. I had an offer with them and I really loved the firm. I stuck around for 4.5 years until for the first time I got a break. And breaks give you time to think. So I thought about it and I said that, hey, I really wanted to be back in India, really wanted to do something more entrepreneurial. So Thanksgiving holidays 2013, I basically got that time, used that time to pack up my bags, went back and said, hey, I'm moving on. So